Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I don't think that I have ever shown you guys how I pack my kit for a wedding. I don't do a lot of weddings, but it's just I'm really particular when I take a job for a wedding. I have to know the person or get to know them at least to the extent that we have some type of connection, some type of camaraderie. I don't just do it for the money. I hope that makes sense. Weddings are so important because they're the beginning of, you know, a life together, and from a spiritual sense is the whole process of two wholes becoming one, which I think is such an important aspect of a person's life, male or female. So I'm very particular when I do weddings for that reason. So anyway, I had a wedding this past weekend. The couple was a beautiful couple, had a great time. I did about 8 faces. What else? And we went to the hotel, then to the marriage ceremony was at a church, and then the reception was at a different place. So because of all the goings-ons and everything, and I had to valet park my car, I only was able to catch the end of the wedding so I could do touch-ups and things like that. So I didn't actually see her walk down the aisle, but she was a friend of my husband's, and so that's how she was referred to me. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys how I pack my kit. But I also want to discuss just a couple things when it comes to packing your kit. This is what I have found. I like to get as much information as possible about the job, about the person, about the expectations. Like, what is it that we're going to be doing? I like to talk to the bride. I like to talk to her to get more than just once. For this particular bride, I had a color consultation, and I also did her face for her bridal portraits. So I had the opportunity to do her face twice prior to her actual wedding day. We also, during her bridal consultation, we took the time to, she had one of her bridesmaids with her. If that is in your schedule, I would suggest bringing the bride and a bridesmaid so you guys can come up with a look prior to the day of the wedding, which is what we did. So I had a general idea of what to do for the bridesmaids. I knew what to do for the bride, and I also knew what to do for the bridesmaids. So I was pretty set. What I did not know was the various color ranges of the bridesmaids, and that's okay. When you don't know, you kind of pack more than you should, but because I knew the color scheme of the eye, and I knew that we wanted a warm bronzy face, not a lot of contour and highlight. I contoured and highlighted on her. I contoured and highlighted on the maid of honor. Okay, and then when I get to the bridesmaids, I do a basic face, but I don't do that double highlight contour thing. When I say double, you know, I like to use creams and then I go over with a powder. So when I'm doing bridesmaids, I like to do a foundation and then I do highlight and contour with powders. I skip that step about the cream contour part. But I will correct. If a bridesmaid needs some type of correction, I will correct, and then that might take a little time too. So going in, I knew what one of the bridesmaids looked like, and I knew what the bride looked like. Of course, there were, and I did the mother. I always tend to do the mother pro bono if the bridal party is pretty big. And so the bridesmaids, I went in blind as far as color matching on the skin. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to show you what I packed in my kit, and that means I'm going to take the camera off the stand, and I think it'd be easier if I actually, I'm going to see if I can move everything closer so that way you have an idea and hopefully I can stay in focus. Okay, so the first thing that I don't know, for those of you that may have an easier way to do this, but this is the first time that I took my Diva ring light with me. I found a suitcase, looks like this. I found a suitcase, and I basically packed my Diva ring light in here, and I also packed my fan, and I'm gonna tell you why. The bride that I did prior to this job, there was no lighting in the room except for the natural light coming in from the window. We were in a corner and I was sharing space with another makeup artist that was doing the makeup for the rest of the bridal party. I was only there for the bride for that job. So I thought to myself, you know, how can I prevent this from happening again? So I literally, you guys, packed my Diva ring light, okay? Okay. Don't play with the kid, okay? Okay. I ain't messing around. So I packed that, and the second thing that I packed, and I also, of course, took the stand as well. I took the stand as well. And the second thing I packed was my fan. Yes, I did. This thing breaks down into 3 parts. It has a base, a pole, and a little fan thing. So these were the bigger ticket items that, not bigger ticket, but the bigger items that I packed. The thing that I forgot was my stool, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how that came into play a little bit later on. But if you don't have the capability of bringing a stool, make sure you have or put in your contract that there is a chair or stand so that you can do the makeup standing and not bending over for several hours, because let me tell you, I could barely move when I woke up Sunday morning. Okay, so that's just a little FYI tidbit. Okay, so my my kit, or my the way that I transfer travel with all of my makeup products, I have a Graftopian makeup rolling case. It is composed of 1, 2, 3 sections, and I got this a long time ago. It also has a little compartment back here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know why I have lashes in there, but it also comes up, easy to travel with. So this is my case that I pack up when I travel. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna go from top to bottom, and I'll let you see what I packed for this particular job. Okay, so for the top of the case, and this is, you know, again, I'm unpacking my kit to show you guys what I used in it. So I always, you know, this is my signature cap that I use whenever I do my makeup jobs. So I have this in here because I had to change for the wedding and the reception. I also have a black case. I'm sorry, a black cape to put over the bride. This comes in real handy. I always actually leave this one in the bottom of my kit, so I'm going to put this to the side. I also have little puffs. I have little puffs, and in this part I have some eyebrow curlers. I have a mixing stick. I don't know if you guys can see this. I will probably have to readjust. And I just have some lip gloss, some mascaras, and I have some eyelashes, sponges, the little jiggabobbers, I guess I can't say it, and then so I also have disposable mascara wands and you know, Q-tips and all of that. That's what it is, a Q-tip on a stick. So this is what I have in here. There are some other things I usually have in here, but when I was packing everything up, I was going really fast, so I put them into another spot, and so we'll get to that when we go to. Okay, so for the next section of my kit, I have the eyebrow. I use these to place, put the false lashes on. Here are my disposable mascara wands, so I'll put them over in the other section. I also, this is like where I have all the stuff. I also have the little scissors. I always keep these in here, and I also have a pair of tweezers. And I have another little mixing stick thingy here. So I'll just put that over there so I don't forget that. So anyway, so here in the top I have, like, I try to keep all of my prep stuff. By prep stuff I mean like how I'm gonna prep the face. So, and I also have a pencil sharpener in case you need to, you know, need to sharpen anything. So for this part, for prepping the eye, I like to use soft ochre paint pot. I also have a line filler base. I have the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and then I also have the Smashbox Under Eye Primer. These are all of the little products that I use to prep the face. I also have MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter. This is the Peach Luster. I like to keep the Peach Luster. I also have I keep an extra piece Peach Luster in my kit, but I have all 3 of the highlighting pens from MAC. So just so you know, they come in really handy. And I also have a mascara. It's a waterproof, false lash waterproof mascara. I always like to keep one in my kit as well. Then I have some concealers and some luster drops, a corrector, NW like select cover up that I use for a corrector. I have a Kevin Aquan that I use for under eye brightening. I have the Ink Blot number 77 gel liner. And for this particular bride, I also have the NC35 Studio Finish. And we used some of the Mermaid Fantasy. Surprise for that, right? On her eye. It was really, really pretty. It went with her dress. And here on this side, I have some lipsticks, some more concealers, and I also have lip conditioner. You don't know how many women I come across with chapped, cracked lips. So I always like to keep that in there. I use an extra saddle in here in case someone, you know, as a transition color, if they're my skin tone or darker. I also have lash glue as well. And then I have eyebrow finisher. And what else? I have eyebrow finisher. I have an eyebrow, this is called Prolong Wear Waterproof Brow Set. And then I always like to keep some basic pencils. I like to keep Strut. I like to keep Lingering. I like to keep Stud. That's the eyebrow finisher. I like to keep Spiked. And I also like this new one, Deep Brunette. I was telling you guys this works amazing on eyebrows. I was able to use this one on every single bridesmaid that I had. It was just as versatile. It's like the perfect deep shade of brown. It's amazing. I love, love, love this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get 2 more for my kit and another one for myself. I love this. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so down inside the kit, I also want you guys to keep in mind I have a workstation in my house, and so some of the things that I work with are in, you know, containers and stuff that I have. But this is, I'm just showing you like me unpacking my kit. Okay, so what I have inside is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is great. It's very versatile. I absolutely love this. I don't have to worry about different skin tones or anything like that. It's very neutral, very compatible with every skin tone that I've come across with. So I would highly recommend the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Here I have the this is like the holy grail for me. It's the Graftopian HD palette. This is the Super Palette Warm, and I got this a long time ago, but this is amazing. As you can see, you can do just about any skin tone with this. You can highlight, contour, foundation, every single thing you need to do. This palette is absolutely amazing. So that's also a good product to invest in. And the goes on smooth. Don't need a lot, but okay. So that's like one of my holy grails. I always carry that with me. Next, for the powders, I have several mineralized skin finish powders. I have dark tan. I have deep dark. I also, those are the ones that I have my hand on right now. So then I also have in here the Makeup Forever Matte Bronze number 40. Y'all know that's my favorite. I also have the Bobbi Brown Espresso moisturizing cream to contour. You can pretty much use this cream with any skin tone. Just be very light-handed or heavy-handed depending on the complexion of the person you're doing makeup for. I also have a Becca highlighter Topaz for my kit. You guys know I'm obsessed with the Becca highlighters right now. So I took with me the Topaz, and I also took the Opal, but I rarely use the Opal. I don't know why I even took it, but the Rose Gold one I did use a lot. So that was that. And then I had, I don't know if anyone remembers this. It's a limited edition Brooke Shields palette that came out. This is probably one of the best things I've ever purchased from MAC in terms of versatility of a palette. It is absolutely amazing. You could take this on any bridal, any photo shoot, and I promise you, you'll be able to do a face with any of these colors. It is absolutely amazing. Cut down the number of products that I had to put in my kit. If you can get your hands on this, try to find it. If not, because some of the colors are limited to just this palette, but some of the colors are permanent, like Expensive Pink is permanent, Soft Brown is permanent. There's a couple other colors in here I think that are permanent as well, but it's just just by accident, happenstance, my hand went to this when we did the bride's color consultation, and I was able to use this for her and all the bridesmaids. Absolutely amazing. The next palette that I have is a palette that I created myself with MAC shadows, and I pretty much know every shadow in here. Like this is Woodwinked, Brown Down, Coral, what is this? Tete a Tente, Brown Script, Orange, Texture, Soba, Swiss Chocolate, Corduroy, Handwritten, what is this? No, this is Orange and this is Rule. This is Rule. But anyway, I know all these colors because these are some of the ones I reach for all the time. I took these because I like to use Brown Script as a transition color. Coral was a look we use on the lid for the brides. And then on the other side, I made like a little contour sheet. And I have Ambering Rose as my blush. This is Blunt. No, this is Shadester. This is Blunt Definitive. What is this one? Oh boy. I'm going to take up too much time trying to figure out these two, but these are just some other blushes that I have, contour blushes that I put there as well. And this is pretty much all I take. This and then the Brooke Shields palette, and I can do any look with those. It's absolutely, it's like the easiest thing ever, and it really truly works. But anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I hope you see you in the next video. Please share, subscribe, thumbs up, all that, and